This is Jeff Blair from Sportsnet. I may not like chicken wings, but I do like the walk-off with Scott and Adam.
We'll talk some baseball here. I wanted to start with this just because I am very curious on your take of the umpiring we've seen across the league in the first 10 games or so. So we saw Charlie Montoyo lose his shit for like the first time I think I can remember this
Yeah.
weekend. Folks who RoboUmp was blasphemous to say too are all of a sudden saying things like maybe it's the right thing to do, you know? Like people
I'm putting my hand
are
up.
okay, because I was going to tell you to talk us off the ledge here because I know I've even said, is this the worst it's ever been? Because I'm in the camp that I've never seen it this bad. And you've covered baseball longer
Wow.
than some of our listeners have even followed the sport. Is it as bad as it seems like it is?
You're talking to someone who's probably seen 100 Angel Hernandez games. So, I mean, in some ways, I'm a wrong person to ask about this. What, what, what I think has happened, I assume that the umpiring is probably better now than it has ever been because everything about sports is generally better than it has ever been. The athletes are better, technology is better, et cetera, et cetera. But I think what has happened is technology is so good that we're able to visualize an umpire's mistake in real time. Right? I mean, I can remember when the strike box was a thing. I can remember when networks or stations wouldn't use it because fans didn't like it because who the hell wants to see a square in the middle of the screen? And now we can see it. You can tell whether or not every pitch is a strike. Now we've got umpire scorecards, right, to
Mm-hmm.
grade umpires. So
We
I
know too much almost.
well, yeah. I mean, there's a difference in. I think there's a difference in terms of the attitude of umpires now. I think there's a little more arrogance on the part of especially young umpires. Generally, when an umpire came up, and I'm thinking, when I started covering baseball in the late 80s and 90s, a young umpire kind of had to earn his stripes. He had to earn his stripes with managers. He had to earn the respect of players. He had to earn the respect of other umpires. That I don't think is the case anymore. I think a lot of young umpires come up and they've had access to technology. They've spent their entire minor league careers having their strike zones broken down in video. So I think there's this arrogance of approach. And I wouldn't say we have too much knowledge, but I think the umpires have more knowledge of their strengths and weaknesses than they've had in the past, and we have more knowledge of what their strengths and weaknesses are in the past. And I'm like, my original thought with RoboUmpires is that it's a stupid idea. It's a dumbass idea. It's never going to work. But,
Yeah.
I admit, I envisioned RTD2 standing behind the plate, right? Going, strike. Well, that's what I did when I thought of RoboUmpires.
Right.
And I had a conversation with Morgan Sword at the commissioner's office. He said, no, what it is you have an umpire behind home plate because you're still going to, obviously, you're still going to have plays at the plate. But the umpire will have an electronic signaling device and he will be told whether it is a ball or strike, and he'll still signal strike. But and I think it's coming. I don't think there's any doubt that we're going to see, I would say within maybe 2 years, 3 years, we're going to see an automated strike zone. But the problem baseball found when they started utilizing it in the minors is everybody uses Hawkeye technology as kind of the be all and end all, right? Everybody looks at the use of technology to determine whether a tennis ball is in or out, or in soccer to determine whether a ball is over the goal line. Everybody looks at that and says, well, if they can do that, why can't they do it in baseball? Well, the problem is the goal line in soccer is stationary. The tennis court is stationary. It doesn't vary whether I'm 6'1", 6'9", 5'3". Strike zones differ. And what baseball found in the minor leagues when they experimented with electronic strike zones is that the electronic measurement system, it wasn't a square, it was actually almost oval. So what has to
Corners,
happen for this
right.
to work in the majors frankly, is for Major League Baseball to redefine the strike zone. And I think what we will see next off season is a different definition of the quote unquote classic strike zone. And once we see that, and I've got to tell you, I'm not certain players are going to like it when they hear it, but once we see that, I think then you can take a move into an automated strike zone. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Even if, I'll tell you what, even if tonight we snapped our fingers and every umpire in every game got the calls 100% right, it wouldn't matter. The automated strike zone is happening.